Ah, hola a todo el mundo, bienvenidos a Let's Play Fire Emblem Three Houses. En el último episodio, Arianrod cayó y luego le tiraron nukes, pero los malos son la iglesia, ¿verdad? Por supuesto.
Part 2. Crimson Flower. Great Tree Moon. Field of Revenge. With the capture of Aryan Road complete, the Imperial Army moves to invade the kingdom capital. They plot to send troops toward now vulnerable House Fraldarius territory and plan to attack Ferdiad from two sides.
Oh.
So, Aryan Road has fallen.
Puta madre, Dimitri, qué sexy que eres con los dos ojos.
Rodrigue, Felix, Ingrid, I swear that I will not allow your deaths to be in vain.
The scouts have just now returned. Seems the Imperial Army is marching toward the kingdom capital. Are you certain about this, Dimitri? As king, do you think it wise to intercept them yourself?
No need to worry yourself. Even if I am defeated, the Blathed bloodline will live on. And the kingdom's territory has never been rich in resources. If the castle falls under siege, our loss is inevitable. I will deploy my army onto the plains and wait for the enemy. Please, position your forces so that they can flank the Imperial Army.
Yes. Given the present situation, making the plains our battlefield is a logical choice. I have no objection. However,
there is only one person I am after. I have no interest in any other prey.
I will take you at your word. Erasing the other child's existence is my task, and mine alone. I will get you back, Mother. I promise.
What do you think, Lady A? Will they shut themselves inside of Ferdiad?
They will try to intercept us. Of course, Ferdiad will not fall so easily. Even so, if we were to cut off their supply line with a large army, it would eventually fall. It makes much more sense for them to wager everything on a victory at the Tailtean plains.
Las llanuras de Tailtyu. Dagda, Bridget, Dama de Plata, el torneo de la Garza Blanca. Llanuras de Tailtyu. Me quedo con eso. ¿Las llanuras de Tailtyu? Sí, las voy a llamar llanuras de Tailtyu y nadie puede evitarlo.
Where the so-called divine Seros defeated Nemesis, the king of liberation, in a comeback victory over 1,000 years ago. And about 400 years ago, the hero Lu created the kingdom by defeating the emperor of the time on those very plains. Their goal must be to recreate that scene.
Yes, I suppose so. Although the Imperial Army is powerful, if we were to compare the strength of our best to the best of the Knights of Seros, we would likely come up short. The Kingdom's army and House Blathed are also renowned for their unmatched persistence. On the battlefield, it can be assumed that their one and only goal will be to strike you down.
Are you telling me to stay off the battlefield?
Naturally. You are their aim, Your Majesty. You must know it only makes sense to keep you out of their reach.
And you must know that, at a time like this, I absolutely cannot withdraw.
Of course I know that. That is why I will refrain from asking you again to stay away from the battlefield.
The Immaculate One, descendants of the 10 elites, and other extremely fearsome foes await us. But with the help of our friends, we have a chance of defeating them. We're the only ones who can. Within our group, I am included among those with the kind of strength we need to win. I absolutely will not remove myself from the front lines. Professor, you have that same strength as well, whether or not you realize it yet.
Te protegeré.
Please, don't get yourself killed trying to protect me. Until the very end, we'll survive this trial together. Understood?
Ujú. Bueno, no hay desvíos, con lo que nos vemos a fin de mes. Tengo que trabajar en esas conversaciones de apoyo. ¿Hay alguna conversación de apoyo? Alguna hay. Vamos a hacerlas primero, vamos a quitarlas en medio. Me sorprende, la batalla estamos todos muy separados. Ups. Ya decía yo. Edelgard con Linhard, guay. Edelgard ya ha terminado todos. Edelgard ha terminado.
Here again, I see.
Of course, Your Majesty. I couldn't investigate this place freely when those of the church were around.
Understandably. Now, about my proposal to create an institution for Crest and Relic research. I've decided to move forward with it. As for who will lead the charge...
You want me to be in charge of the thing after all, don't you?
Actually, no. I was just considering some conditions for whoever applies for the job.
Conditions? What kind of conditions?
To start, I won't allow the position to be a secondary one. That excludes lords who are busy looking after their own territories.
Are you suggesting landholding lords would have no means of applying?
Quite the opposite. I'm looking for applicants with enough passion for the job that they're willing to relinquish any landholding rights they possess. They will be provided with necessities like food, clothing, and housing, but will receive no further compensation. That said, they will be free to take as much time off as they desire.
Do you expect anyone to be interested in such an odd position?
That's my hope.
Have you gone mad? Demanding someone rescind their land rights and then provide no compensation? Even the unlimited time off is a rather discourteous perk to offer. No one would accept room, board, and endless time to research. No one but me. Why must you...
Why must I what?
Why must you understand me so well? I asked you to consider the feelings of those below you. I never expected you to consider mine to this extent.
I told you I'd figure out a way to make use of your talents that you'd find acceptable.
Honestly, no woman has ever gone through this much trouble for me before.
Then have you decided?
Yes, I have. I would be most pleased to accept your offer, Your Majesty.
Ok, eso ha sido raro. En fin, nos vemos a fin de mes. Hay que acabar con esos apoyos, que queda poco juego. No. ¿Quieres ver qué está haciendo Shamir?
It's been 10 years. Can I move on yet? Never mind. I know what you'd say.
¿Hablabas con alguien?
In a sense, someone who's long since passed. Another mercenary I fought alongside. They were killed 10 years ago when Dagda was in conflict with the Empire. It's all I can focus on lately.
¿Puedo preguntar por qué?
To be honest, I blame you. I'm just teasing. I know it's not your fault. You just remind me of him. You give off a similar air. It's uncanny. You even have the same inflection, which makes no sense because we only ever spoke Dagdan. I don't know what it is, but you feel the same to me. I guess you just remind me of the past.
Lo siento.
Please, it's not your fault. It's my fault for getting caught up in memories. Still, you always remember your first love, right? That's enough of that. There are more relevant topics to discuss.
¿Qué planes tienes para después de la guerra?
Good question. The world is completely open to me. Your next move seems apparent. But who knows where I'll end up. I left Dagda, crossed through Bridget, and came all the way to Fodlan on my own. I think I'll be just fine navigating this world, wherever I decide to go.
Bueno, eso ha sido triste. El nivel de poder de Shamir subió. Solo me queda hacer la de Hubert con Shamir. Es lo único que me falta. A ver si lo conseguimos antes de tener que ir a la... Muy bien, ya estamos a fin de mes y tengo todos los apoyos. Salvo Caspar y Shamir. Eso está demasiado lejos. No queda tanto juego ni tengo ganas de esforzarme en hacer Caspar Shamir, la verdad. Pero todos los demás... Edelgard... Zabi sí que los tiene. Todos los de Lorenz ya los sacamos en la primera ruta. Hubert ya tiene aquí a Ferdinand y aquí abajo a Shamir. Es lo que he puesto a Hubert y a Shamir a cantar juntos. Ferdinand, aquí tiene los dos que le faltan. Reinhardt tiene con el de Petra ya. Y el resto ya estaban todos hechos. Con lo que sí. Tendré que mirar cómo me fue con Blue Lions. Creo que me dejé más. Vamos a ir a fin de mes. Veremos los apoyos y me tomaré un descanso. No sé cuánto durará todo esto. Oh. Se acerca una batalla decisiva. Así que Sabi tiene que ha decidido visitarse. ¡Oh! Bueno, pues parece que he sacado los apoyos en la última oportunidad posible. Esto no me lo esperaba. Vamos por el capítulo 17. Quiere decir que los dos serán seguidos, ¿huh? Bueno, quiero decir, los he sacado todos, con lo que satisfecho me hallo. Oh, sé a quién se lo quiero dar el anillo. Quiero ver ese apoyo. De modo que cuando decían que la guerra terminaría a final de este mes, lo decían en serio. Creía que aquí habría una batalla y luego habría otro mes antes de atacar Firdiad, pero no, parece que aquí acaba todo. Quiero decir, no me estoy quejando, tan solo estoy sorprendido. En fin, veamos los últimos apoyos y seguramente lo dejemos por ahora. No, aunque sean dos batallas, no voy a terminar el juego hoy ni de casualidad. Hubert con... ¡Ay, Dios, qué gusto me da que en la última oportunidad posible haya hecho Hubert y Shamir! Bien, Hubert con Ferdinand.
Hello, Ferdinand. Wait, that aroma.
Your nose is as sharp as ever, Hubert. Yes, it is a bag of fresh coffee beans.
Why did you buy coffee? You said you don't care for it.
My stance has not changed. Drab, bitter, with that muddy texture. If I have even a sip, my hands start to tremble.
Rather harsh. What are you doing with it then?
Well, you see, but wait a moment. What is that? Is that an imported tea from the East?
It is indeed. Keen eyes.
Flaunting my favorite drink right in front of me. And you do not even drink tea. Fiendish. It is for Edelgard, I assume.
Before I answer that, I would like to know what you are doing with the coffee.
Well,
Is it a gift? Perhaps for someone you fancy?
A gift, yes. For you.
Who is the unlucky... Did you say for me?
¡Ay!
This coffee heard you correctly.
Yes, that is what I said. A noble does not go back on his word. Just take it.
I should decline.
Why?
The thought of receiving a gift from you, unbidden and unreciprocated, fills me with revulsion. Therefore, accept this tea as a gift from me.
For me? Are you certain? I would hate to deprive the intended recipient of such a fine tea.
That would be difficult to do, since I bought it with you in mind.
¡Daos un beso, cago en la hostia!
Oh, in that case, thank you. What? You were planning to give this to me all along?
That is what I said.
Hostia puta, se sonrojan. ¡Ay! ¡Ay! Ha ocurrido lo impensable. Estos dos. Ay.
One thing to do. We must take a tea break.
Very well. But tea is not what I will be drinking.
Of course. I will make you some coffee.
Then I will prepare the tea.
Ay. La extraña pareja. Estos dos se han hecho amigos. Qué amigos tan raros. Hubert con Shamir.
All finished. Time to go. You really must stop sneaking up on me, Shamir.
And what if I don't? I can take you.
Bueno, ambos es un poco patatas, eh.
Maybe. Either way, it's a waste to fight an ally.
We're allies now? I guess I should be more careful with you. Are you sure it was right to kill them? I believe your mistress told you to let them go.
That is exactly what I will say I did. But leaving them alive would have been a mistake. I did what had to be done.
Is that so? Maybe you're not just some sycophant. It takes guts to disobey a direct order.
Lady Edelgard's time is rightfully occupied with a great deal of concern and contemplation. Her affairs are of far greater consequence than a trifle like this. Much rests on the decisions she makes. But little details of this kind happen to be my area of expertise, so I simply handle them. Better that than to burden her with needless debate.
Logical through and through, aren't you?
That is how I do things.
I like people who are thorough.
You seem quite thorough in your methods as well.
As a rule, I am. Regarding decisions, I planned on leaving Fodlan after completing my contract. But now I'm starting to think I might stay here.
Stay here. I'm forced to wonder what your intentions might be.
I have no ulterior motives. I've just grown a little fond of you.
Excuse me? You've what?
For someone so intelligent, you're very dense. It's not just about you, though. I've learned to like Lady Edelgard and most everyone else here as well. I wouldn't mind staying on to work as your specialist.
It's a fine offer. But perhaps we should wait until after the war to discuss it thoroughly.
Fair. But you owe me, remember?
Not much I can say to that, is there?
Sí, sí. En el otro Hubert Shamir sube a Ferdinand con Bernadetta.
Even with the fires of war raging all around us, tea never fails to soothe the soul. Do you not agree, Bernadetta?
I hadn't actually thought about it, but yes.
Excellent. Oh, that reminds me.
What's that?
A long time ago, my parents were in talks to arrange my marriage with a certain young lady. She never set foot outside of her room, and she made little dolls to curse her perceived enemies. Such were the rumors. Frightened, I dissuaded my parents from going through with their plans.
I can see that. She does sound pretty frightening. I relate to the staying in the room part, though.
That girl was you, Bernadetta, a daughter of House Varley.
What? I don't make dolls to curse people.
You are a skilled embroiderer, no? I guess I was wrong. You were not making dolls.
I did make dolls, but cute ones. Nice little carnivorous plants and things.
Maybe I should not have brought this up.
Why not? Carnivorous plants are adorable.
Yes, adorable. Anyway, if I had actually known you, I would have accepted the proposal.
Why? Did you have some scheme in mind?
No, I just mean, now that I have gotten to know you, I would have been happy to...
So, you're saying you'd... with me? It's getting kinda hot in here, isn't it? Maybe it's the tea.
Why are you getting so worked up? That was all a long time ago now.
A long time ago?
Yes. Now we are soldiers fighting together in the same great conflict, right? And my parents are gone, so any agreements they might have cooked up would be completely invalid.
I guess so.
Just think, if we had been married, we would not have been able to build such a deep friendship.
That's true. Yeah, we never would have gotten this close. I would have given up on the relationship my parents chose for me and shut myself away even more.
So all in all, I am glad I refused to marry that doll-cursing princess.
Hey! I said I never made cursed dolls!
Sorry. I am just glad to have met you at the monastery. I had better take my leave. We should have tea together again sometime soon.
Yeah, see you. I'm glad we met here too.
Eso ha sido muy bonito. Black Eagles tiene mucho mejor apoyos que Golden Bears, No me aventuraría a decir que mejor que Blue Lions, porque Blue Lions también tiene mucha calidad, pero ¡sheesh! Golden Bears es la peor casa. Linhardt con Petra.
Linhardt, please accept my apology. You are not deserving of this punishment.
I am the one who suggested it would be great firewood. I suppose it's only fair I get punished too. No one ever bothered to inform me that pile of trash was the property of the Imperial Army. My apologies, Petra. My idea turned out to be worthless.
It was not worthless. It had great worth. You gave me great help so I could be smoking all of that meat. I give you all of my gratitude for that.
Well, at least you'll have no worries about provisions. I just realized they didn't actually tell us when the punishment will be over.
You can be leaving if you are wanting to. I will not be telling anyone. This is my responsibility to take.
How are you so obedient and yet so passionate at the... Oh, look, Petra! The book you were searching for!
The Complete Guide to Fodlan's Wildlife! I have so much happiness! You are full of amazement.
Well, books are my field of expertise. Still, what a stroke of luck.
Linhardt, can I be asking you something?
What's that?
You are no longer saying I am bothering you. Instead, you are helping me with my requests. What is the reasoning? Why am I not bothering you now?
Interesting observation. I wonder why that is. You always ask me so earnestly. You seem to throw your entire being into all that you do. I guess I rather like it, working as hard as you do. On occasion, that is.
You are liking the hard work?
Yes. You inspire me to be, well, something that is not normally me.
If you are liking it, then I will keep working hard. With your wisdom, I can be working even harder than before. That means I will be needing your wisdom from now onward. With my strength and your wisdom, there is nothing we can't be doing.
I think you may be right. Your strength and my wisdom? That sounds like a wonderful combination.
Ferdinand y Bernadette ha estado mucho mejor, en fin. Creo que es un buen momento para... Ay. Sí. Creo que mi tos os lo dice todo, ¿verdad? Es un momento para dejarlo por ahí. Más tarde esta noche... seguimos. No acabaremos hoy el juego. Sé que son 18 capítulos. No esperaba entregar el anillo hoy por eso. En fin...